Today I want to talk about a topic that concerns a lot of people out there, and it also concerned me in the past and really bothered me at some times, and I felt so embarrassed. And that's a situation when you meet someone new, maybe at a cocktail party or a business meeting, and you meet this person and this person introduces themselves, you introduce yourself, and the person tells you their name and says, for example, "Hi Stephen, nice to meet you, my name is Peter." And 5 seconds later, the name is gone. And you think, oh gosh, what was the name again of this person? I can't recall it, I can't remember it. And this is so embarrassing. Maybe you know that feeling. I had this so often in the past. And I think it's a common issue actually. In today's video, I want to have a closer look at this topic. And I also want to clarify what's behind this. And I want to share some tips with you that help you recalling the name of the person maybe you just met a few seconds or minutes ago. So first of all, it's important to understand and to know there's nothing wrong about you. And it has nothing to do with memory, that you have a memory issue or that you are not interested in that person you just met or that you don't respect that person. There is some other things behind this. And one point is that many people are simply maybe stressed when they are in an environment which is new. Many people might be stressed when they are in an environment where they meet or where they have to meet new people. A lot of people are struggling with meeting new people because they have to leave their comfort zone. It's pretty simple. And this causes stress in our system. Could be anxiety, could be nervousness, it could be pressure. It could be that you ask yourself, actually you have things on your mind like, oh, what do I look like right now? Or what does this person maybe think of me? Or is my body language good? So it could be stuff that you are actually, your mind is turning all the time. And this actually is like a blockage. So, and when you have thoughts like that on your mind and you might feel stressed out in some way, then your brain simply doesn't work properly. So it's difficult for you to remember things. It's difficult for you to think through things in a creative way because your system is in the fight or flight mode. Even if it's just maybe a small amount of fight or flight reaction, but you are stressed out. And when you're stressed out, then it's about surviving. And then names and things like that, socializing is rather irrelevant and not important. The second thing, and that's, for example, what concerned me in the past, was that when I meet someone new, I focus more on the signals that person sends out. So the body language. How does the person talk to me? In which way? So what does the voice sound like? Do they look me into the eyes? Do they have a friendly or rather unfriendly appearance? So I look at all the details, and I don't do this intentionally, of course. It's more I do this unintentionally, but I do this automatically because this gives me some incredibly important information about this person. So I want to get an overall first impression. And then the name, to be honest, is the least important to me in this moment. But of course, afterwards I feel completely embarrassed or I just feel uncomfortable because I have the feeling I can't really connect with this person anymore because I can't remember the name. So what happens again? Now I become stressed out. It's like a vicious circle. And there's nothing bad about it that you focus maybe more on the body language signals and everything around it instead of the name. But of course, to connect with people, it's really important that from time to time we maybe drop their name. So I don't ask a question like, so what did you bring here? This sounds different. And when I say, so Peter, what made you come here? it has a different vibe in there. And I find it really important, and it helps me in connecting with other people when I drop the name from time to time. Not in every sentence, of course, but from time to time. And that also gives the person that you're talking to, that you maybe just met a few seconds or minutes ago, gives them the feeling that you really appreciate them, that you respect them, that you really listen well. And this is, of course, in nowadays world even more important, because we have so many people that talk a lot, but we have the feeling maybe that people don't listen anymore properly. And for that, you can differentiate yourself also from, let's say, the average or the rest, by signaling that you are a good listener, you're an active listener, and you respect the person, and this person is valuable to you, and that's why you can remember the name of that person. So now we have these two approaches, let's say. It's to remember the name on the one hand side, and on the other hand side, to still, maybe like I did, or still do actually, because it's simply so important to me, like analyzing, in a positive sense, analyzing that person super fast by having a look at the body language, analyzing the body language and feeling what kind of energy is on the other side. Now we have to bring these two things together. And how can we do this? So how can you actually improve in recalling the name of that person you just met a few seconds ago? And there's one simple, let's say, trick or tip you can do. And that's when you meet someone and that person introduces themselves to you and shakes your hand maybe, make sure, first of all, that you look into the eyes of that person, that you smile, and that you shake the hand, maybe even a little bit slightly longer than you used to do. And you use that time when that person mentions their name. So when Peter introduces himself to you and says, "Hey, great to meet you, my name is Peter," then what you could do is that you repeat Peter's name by saying, "Hi Peter, great to meet you, my name is Stephen." So by doing that, you also give your brain a clear signal that this is important because you repeated it. And this helps you also to gain some time. So you could easily do that by, let's say, extending the handshake just a millisecond or a second maybe, and by repeating the name. This will help you remembering that name, and also it will help you to reduce potential stress that is around in this moment. So this nervousness, this pressure, or feeling uncomfortable in situations like that. So this pause, you create some kind of pause. This is incredibly important. This gives you more time. It helps you to reduce your stress level, and it helps you also to analyze not only the body language and everything around it, but also to analyze and recall and save, let's say, the name of that person on your drive up here, and to save that name in your system, on your mind. And since I've started doing that in this way, this helped me a lot. And maybe you would like to try it out so that you don't forget people's names that you just met a few seconds ago. I hope this is helpful for you. Maybe you know someone that suffers also from this disease that I also had in the past, and which I managed to overcome in the meantime by simply doing this little exercise. And maybe now you would like to try this out or share with someone else that also suffers from this, some kind of disease, this names disease, forgetting names, so that that person can also improve on recalling, remembering names better in the future. In case you like this video, I'd be super grateful if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.